Welcome to today's Dove Teaching Devotional. We often think of God as emotionless. This is far from the truth. Genesis 1:2-7 tells us God created us in His own image, which means if we have emotions, God has emotions too. God cries when we are sad and rejoices when we are happy. The Bible is full of stories where God's emotions are displayed. We also learn from God in the Bible lessons on how to express our emotions in a healthy way. One great example of God modeling healthy emotions can be found in John chapter 11. God shows how He weeps too. The Gospel of John tells us an amazing story of how Jesus miraculously brought Lazarus back from the grave. This story goes deeper into the character of Jesus than most realize. It is easy to focus on the miracle of Lazarus walking out of his own tomb after 3 days, which foreshadows Jesus' own resurrection. But another life takeaway is how God mourns with us.
When Jesus saw her weeping, and the Jews who had come along with her also weeping, He was deeply moved in spirit and troubled. "Where have you laid him?" He asked. "Come and see, Lord," they replied. Jesus wept. Then the Jews said, "See how he loved him?"
These 5 verses from John chapter 11 reveals how we often overlook Jesus' teachable moments. Some of the people in this story were blinded by the death of Lazarus and missed why Jesus was crying. It certainly wasn't for the loss of Lazarus. We know how the story ends. Jesus brings Lazarus back from the dead. So why would Jesus take His time to mourn with Mary? Jesus could have easily said to Mary, "There's no need to cry because I'm about to perform a miracle and bring your brother back." Jesus wept because He felt Mary's sorrow. And in the same way, God feels yours and mine. This example of Jesus shows us how important it is to grieve for our loved ones. A lesson I had to learn the hard way when my father passed in 2005. During this time, I assumed the savior role and let others grieve. It came natural for me to keep my emotions under control and be the strong one. I had played the patriarch of the family for so many years that I never gave myself permission to be weak, which ultimately led to my own destruction. Western culture teaches us that real men don't cry, but God's culture teaches us to mourn and seek Him for comfort. When my mom left to be with the Lord, I was determined to mourn well. I cried often and was unapologetic about it. This allowed me to feel God's presence in ways I never imagined. An amazing fact is God gave us 3 types of tears: reflex, continuous, and emotional. Reflex tears appear when our eyes are irritated, and continuous tears keep our eyes lubricated and contain a chemical called lysozymes. Now, emotional tears are in a league of their own. They carry special healing properties that remove stress hormones and other toxins our body generate during times of deep anxiety or mourning. Emotional tears also produce natural pain-killing endorphins and feel-good hormones. So next time someone tells you not to cry, you can respond back, "God created tears for a reason and I intend to use them." My prayer for you is to allow tears to flow freely and not be embarrassed about it, knowing not only is God weeping with you, but is also healing you naturally through emotional tears. And He is comforting you with His unconditional love. Until next time, may you find peace in your daily life through the teachings of Jesus. God bless.